Set pieces are becoming ever more important in modern football, and Football Manager is no different. If you've played Football Manager 2024 for a while now, you'll know that you can get a lot of goals from near post corners and far post corners. But what if I told you that's not the only way you could get goals from set pieces? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up your set piece routines to also help you get goals from free kicks. Now, if you head over to the tactics screen and head over to the set piece column, you can see that currently we're set to corners, but then you can drop it down and then you go ahead and see free kicks. In Football Manager, there are three types of free kicks. You have the free kicks from your shooting range, you also have free kicks from wide areas and deep free kicks. The shooting range free kick is a lot closer to the goal and usually at the edge of the area. As the name implies, these are free kicks that the kick taker can go directly for goal. The other type of free kick that we have is the wide free kick. This free kick is usually at the side areas closer to the corner region where you have to almost play a cross that looks like a corner. The last type of free kicks that we have are deep free kicks, and these free kicks are found closer to the center of the pitch. Each of these three free kicks require a different kick taker with certain attributes that can actually go for it. So it's not just the best free kick taker in your team that can take any free kick. But we'll start with the shooting range free kicks first. Now in the instructions tab, you can see that the players in your team are divided into four categories: the players that are going to be in the box, the players that are going to be around the box as box threats, the players that are going to be outside the box known as creators, and the players that are going to be recovery defenders, those ones that will stay back and help stop a counter attack. The way I set up my team, I prefer to have two players back so I can move my player that is recovery number 3 and moving into the box threats. To change the kick taker, you can go over to the delivery column here and then you can see that my current kick taker is Adagula. I'm just going to go ahead and click on him and you can see that Adagula has good long range, good technique and good free kick abilities. To me, he's a very good player that can actually go for a direct free kick because he has long range and he has technique and he has good free kick ability. But I can check for somebody else and see who we could possibly add as another free kick taker. So there's a player here in Dion Giverin. He's probably a region that I signed from Manchester City. If I go ahead and select Dion Giverin and then add him to the list, you can see that Dion has good long range abilities, good technique, but his free kick is only 15. So in case I want him to be a second option or a third option, he's actually going to fit in there in case I don't have Adagula or João Veloso on the pitch. Dion is also left-footed, so I'm very comfortable moving him to play on the right-hand side as well, so in case he wants to take free kicks from there. Okay, I can just go ahead and use this to add Dion Giverin and just bring him into the team as well. There are other number of free kick takers in my team, but for free kick takers direct, I like to look at technique and free kick ability. But in this same screen, you can change who takes your deep free kicks and your wide free kicks. For wide free kicks, I like to look for players that have crossing ability and then also free kicks. So Adagula fits into this category as well, but I can go ahead and add another player. You can see that Dion Giverin, as good as he was for free kick, he's not very good at crossing, so he's not a person I'm going to want to put for crossing. So I'll go ahead and leave Adagula as my one wide free kick taker. You can do the same for deep free kicks and then you can see which other player is available in that category. Adagula is still my one player there and he has a lot more attributes here for deep free kicks. But for deep free kicks, the attributes you're going to require are passing, free kick and technique. And passing is what Adagula has in spades. We can go ahead and see who we can also add into this role. And you can see that there are a lot of players that we can actually bring in. João Neves, for one, is a good central midfielder that I have. For me, he doesn't really need to have the best free kick ability because he's such a deep free kick that we only require a cross or a pass into the box. So I can go ahead and add players like João Neves and João Veloso, bring them in there, and I can also see a player in Dion Giverin. Well, he does have good free kicks, so I can go ahead and add him. Just use the tick here to actually bring in those players and then see who that person is of interest to me, and I think these are the best that I can go on and bring in. So you can go ahead and have those players in as your deep free kicks. Now for the shooting range free kick, it's good to have one player nearer to the kick taker and then we have one player here on the near side, but the other player seems to be too far away, so in case the ball goes into that region, he could recover possession for us. But I sometimes prefer to have him in the center of the pitch and that way he can be a lot closer to the action in case the ball goes out. Even if he's on the center, he can actually drift out wide in case the ball goes into that area. We also have players attacking the far post and near post in case the goalkeeper goes on to punch the ball away. And in case you want to know which player is actually standing in that role, you can go over to the preview options over here and then click the preview with starting 11 and then you can see which player is actually playing in which role. So using the player numbers, you can see who is standing where. So for wide free kicks, they're quite similar to corners, so you will have the option to choose your delivery type and also to choose your delivery location. That's where the player is going to aim the ball to. I do recommend you treat this like corners. That includes having one player attacking the far post and near post and also players lurking around the box. So for aerial threats, I like to have one person on the far post, and then my A2, which is the second best header in my team, I'm going to have him attacking the near post in case the kick taker decides to bring the ball into that region. He can also serve as a distraction, as he can pull away defenders to mark the near post, while the best header is also free at the far post. I'm not really sure what get forward does, but I'm going to take off that player and move him to the box stretch section, so he's going to be an attacking player that could actually score a tap in or just cause a nuisance in the box. If I'm crossing the ball to the far post like I have here, I often ask my player to stay at the far post and also another player staying at the near center. Because if the ball is going to land in this region here, it's likely going to fall away near this region. So I'm not really sure a player that is at the far side is going to have much drama or contribution with the ball. So I don't really need to have somebody there. I can now have the lock outside the area player staying at the center and staying at the far side, which is where the ball is going to land. For the recovery defenders, like I mentioned before, I always like to have two players staying back no matter what. And then a third player can stay back if needed. If I need extra bodies inside the box, I can take away the stay back if needed player to another region where I'm going to enjoy or where I need him to be in case we need an extra body somewhere. For deep free kicks, they are not much like corners, they are almost like goal kicks or dead balls. You notice that you can't actually choose if you want an outswinger or an in-swinger, it's just going to be a direct ball into the box. For the deep free kick, a good idea is to have your aerial threats where your player is actually going to aim the ball. So currently I have it set to far post, but I'm going to change that right now and move it to the near post, and then ask the best player or the best header in my team to go to the near post because that's where the ball is going to land. I can still have another player that is an aerial threat staying at the far post to try and drag out another player, but rather than have all these players stay on go forward, I'm actually going to choose what they're going to do. We are limited to attack far post and near post as their option, so we're just going to have to split the players to where we want them to be. For the box threats, I'm going to have only two players in there, but I'm going to move the other player to stay as the creator. Again, having one player on the near side and then another player at the center. And for deeper free kicks, I'm very comfortable having only one player staying back and another player staying back if needed, because I don't really see the team losing on the counter attack in this situation. But in case we do get caught up on the counter attack, it's just to go ahead and switch it in game to have two players standing back and one other player staying back if needed. So that is how you can go about setting up your free kicks for deep free kicks, wide free kicks, and also shooting direct free kicks or shooting range free kicks in Football Manager 2024. If you do have any questions about how to set up your free kick routines in Football Manager, do let me know in the comment section. And for more Football Manager videos like this, you can subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.